Good morning. I love Mondays. Mondays are ace. Mondays are like a little mini New Year. Everyone seems to start things on Monday. Diet starts on Monday. Exercising starts on Monday. You can just put the rest of the week behind you and start again. So let's give this whole video thing a go again. Right. Diabetes obviously isn't a competition. It's not a game. It's quite serious. But contradicting myself a little bit, even though we shouldn't be competing with other people, when I've been competing with myself and gamifying my blood sugars, it has helped me get under control a lot more and bring my averages down. In the morning now, I wake up kind of excited and anxious at the same time to test the blood sugars and see what it is, because obviously that's like the biggest time block where you haven't had much control. You've just been asleep and who knows what's going to be. Obviously sometimes you wake up with hypos in the middle of the night, you have to treat them, and sometimes you haven't carb counted your last meal as best as you should. So the morning is always that kind of unknown grey area. That's the fresh start of the day. That's seeing where you're kind of setting yourself for the rest of the day. So let's have a go Monday morning and see what's happening. Boom. Perfect. And home again. I swear I do actually leave this room. I don't know, it looks like most of my videos are filmed with Bob Marley behind me. The majority of them are, but I do actually leave. If this is genuine, it's not a green screen, but this is just where I am most of the time when I'm not in work, and I obviously don't film in work for obvious reasons. Where was I? Monday. Part of the reasons I love Mondays, and genuinely my favourite day of the week now, where it used to be a day of the week that I hated, is thanks to Joe Wicks, the body coach. If you follow Joe on social media, every Sunday night, Monday morning, he has like the same message. He's very upbeat, very positive. It's just, if you fell off your diet or you haven't exercised, forget about it. Tomorrow's Monday, start again, write a line underneath the weekend, and just start again, start from fresh every Monday. And that approach just kind of fell through to everything that I do in life, mainly my diabetes. Because sometimes you get hung up on blood sugars. You get an anomaly where it's shot up to 13, 14, 15, even though you haven't had anything sugary or high in carbs, you've been carb counting well, you haven't missed an injection, and 3 hours ago it was 4.6. It doesn't matter. That's just that snapshot, that moment in time. Forget about it, move on, and just check it again in a few hours, and maybe it'll be fine. Take it for what it is, accept it, maybe inject a couple of extra units, maybe do a little bit of exercise, check it again later on, it'll be fine, and just take each meter reading at a time. So Monday, taking as the week as a whole, I can just forget about the weekend, forget about the fact that my blood sugar was high for most of Saturday because I went out on Friday night and drank a little bit more lager and vodka and orange than I probably should have done, but it's okay. Monday starts from fresh, draw a line under it and be done. If you don't follow Joe Wicks, even if you're not interested in lean and 15 and cooking healthy meals and HIIT workouts, just follow him on social media, because he's such an inspirational person, and he's actually inadvertently changed the way I look at my diabetes and the way I perceive what my meter readings are. Because it's just that little moment in time that it was high for. And that doesn't mean it's going to be high all day. It doesn't mean it's going to be high for the rest of the week. It doesn't mean that I'm a bad diabetic. It doesn't mean I haven't got my diabetes under control. It's just that one moment in time. Look at it, correct it, know what's going on, and just test again. One of the biggest problems I had when I was younger is you kind of know when your blood sugar's high. You're grouchy, you're tired, you're thirsty, you're peeing a lot. A lot, by the way. So you know in yourself, and I didn't used to test my blood sugar when I thought my blood sugar would be high. I would just test it when I knew it wasn't or thought it wasn't, and try and cheat it. So I'd like try and cheat my diabetes nurse, but obviously as I've grown older I realised that's just cheating myself, and just because my meter says my average is only 8, I know it's not, my body knows it's not, and now I suffer the long-term consequences of that. That's my own fault for being such an idiot and so naive. But like I say, you're only going to know when you test. Test it, take it for what it is, move on, forget about it. Long story short, freaking love Mondays and I start again every week. I treat Monday like it's New Year's Eve. I make resolutions and here's what I'm going to do this week and I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to make sure this happens. I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to do that differently. Don't have to go to that extreme. But hey ho, everyone has a reset button and everyone has a start and a finish. I like Mondays. Love Mondays. People think I'm insane. So freaking what? What's your favourite day of the week? What's your biggest hang-up about your blood sugars? Where's the worst part of the day? And what's your little guilty pleasure where, you know, sod it, 9 desperados later, I know my blood sugars are going to be high. To hell with it, I'll correct it in the morning. Oops. Monday smashed, over and out.